Check us out on Patreon, guys, where we're giving you the entire year now for $10.08. Over 100 videos worth of content for $10.08.
8 cents is just such a slap in the face.
Like 84 cents a month, I think is what it comes out to.
I haven't seen 84 cents in 15 years. Ever since penny candy.
So check us out on Patreon, guys. Hope to see you there.
The entire year.
What's up, guys? Your boys are back. I'm Ryan, my man, George.
What's saying, guys? How you living out there? Shout out to the free thinkers, of course, man.
Yeah, man. So Arctic Monkeys.
Okay.
Do I want to know?
Cold ass ones.
We decided to do this today, guys. Shout out to Angel, our C4 rep. He's
Angel.
the one that said, you know what? Maybe you want to take a look at these guys, man. This song has over like 1 billion views. So we feel like we'd give it a shot,
Like
man.
Tame Impala-ish? Yeah. I have no idea. I'm throwing Tame Impala out there. I don't know.
But before we get into the video, we wanted to announce that we have a platform. We're launching our own website. So this is going to be for up-and-coming artists. I don't know if you saw that on the JID video. You probably did.
Yep.
You ain't watching the JID video if you're watching it. No, I'm just joking. But we said that on the JID video. We said that on the Queen's Right video. And now this video, guys, we're super excited. This is what we've been working the last 2 years for.
It's been a while.
To launch our own
Major
platform.
setbacks, by the way. Yeah. So we're excited about it. If you're a signed artist, or if you're an unsigned artist and you are on the come up, reach out to us. Our email's in the description. Reach out to us via email. Now that we're past that, let's get on the Arctic Monkeys, man. Let's see what they're about.
Apparently, this band formed in 2002, but their first album came out in 2006, which is Say I Am, That's What I'm Not. And apparently, they were one of the first bands to get like public attention on the internet.
So they only got them views because they were like the first band.
No, man.
When the internet wave happened, back when AOL was popping. That's why.
But then they won Best British Album in 2007 at the Brit Awards. You know what I'm saying? Then they had the second.
And they're English, like you said, at the Brit Awards, so they're an English band.
Yeah, man. And then the second album, Favorite Worst Nightmare. That's funny. Favorite Worst Nightmare. Was another British best-selling album, and they won that award at the 2008 British Awards. Then they went on to release Humbug in 2009.
Some screw shit?
Yeah.
Humbug.
Then they released Suck It and See
All right.
in 2011. And then AM was in 2013, which is what we're doing today. The song off that album, Do I Want to Know? Became their second top 10 album to hit U.S. Billboard 200. So, dude, they got a lot of accolades in a short period of time, man. So they're really making a lot of waves out here. So, dude, let's see what they got.
There's no way we haven't heard this song. There's we heard this 1 billion views, so we're gonna see, man. All right, let's check it out. A little different from us. We're kind of venturing into the indie rock world. We've always said we wanted to do more indie rock.
Yes, sir.
So let's see what's going on. Arctic Monkeys, Do I Want to Know?
Sound familiar, like those riffs.
Have you got color in your cheeks? Do you ever get that feel that you can't shift, the type that sticks around like summits in your teeth? Are there some aces up your sleeve? Have you no idea that you're in deep? I dreamt about you nearly every night this week. How many secrets can you keep? 'Cause there's this tune I found that makes me think of you somehow, and I play it on repeat until I fall asleep, spilling drinks on my settee. Do I wanna know if this feeling flows both ways?
Yeah, you know what?
Sort of hoping that you'd stay.
Have you heard this before?
I've heard the riff somewhere. Yeah. This to me is just like some, this is like, I don't know, is this Robert Plant's nephew or some shit on this? This Robert Plant reincarnated. Who's the lead singer? That's what it sounds like to me. Like, especially not only the way his voice sounds, but the way he approached the beat. It's sort of slightly unconventional to me.
Alex Turner, lead vocals.
Okay, I'm sure there's some inspiration. Led Zeppelin's inspired everyone, but that's the immediate thought. Like, oh, Robert Plant-esque vocalist, vocal approach?
You know, man, I haven't heard this song, and I know I hear you and what you hear as far as the riffs in this and how it sounds. You know, it sounds very common and familiar to me.
Yeah, something in it.
But I will say I do like the smoothness in this, and I like it sounds like he's fucking like either lusting over someone to the 10th power or in love with someone to the 10th power, you know, almost to a psycho level. You know what I'm saying? But again, to your point, I do like how he's approaching it, and it has like a kind of a seductive vibe to it as well. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I could see this just kind of playing in the background, you know, when I get into my mode, Mac Daddy mode. But I do like the groove, and I like the way it sounds and the feeling it gives me so far. It is very smooth to me, you know?
Yeah, it's interesting. I don't know if I would have felt I do feel the same way in terms of just it feeling like it's supposed to be sexy, but I don't know if that's because we're looking at a cover of a woman bent over, you know what I'm saying? Like a silhouette of a woman built that way, or if that organically came to mind. I'm not quite sure.
Okay.
You know, but I do feel that way for whatever the reason is. But so far, interesting. I'll leave it at that. It's interesting. I mean, we'll see where the song takes us, man. Let's get back to it.
Spilling drinks on my settee. Do I wanna know if this feeling flows both ways? Sad to see you go. Sorta hoping that you'd stay. Maybe we both know that the nights were mainly made for saying things that you can't say tomorrow day. Crawling back to you. Never thought I'd call and when you left you. Cause I always knew. Maybe I'm too busy being lost to fall for somebody new. Now I thought it through. Crawling back to you. So have you got the goods?
Yeah, let's talk about the drums on this. They don't need to know what we were just talking about. You know what I'm saying?
No, man, it's an inside joke, but it's funny though, man, because in the chorus here it said, or the pre-chorus rather, it says, "Baby, we both know the nights were mainly made for saying things that you can't say tomorrow in the daytime." You know what I'm saying? You know, but it's just funny because, you know, I think we've all been there, at least most of us, man. You get caught up into saying things in the heat of the moment when things are just like, you know, at the peak or the climactic point. Let's just keep it at that. And you're just like, and then you just start saying all kinds of stuff. You're like, did I say that? The next day, you're like, I don't know if I really said that. Yeah. Well, no, you said it.
Nothing that I
man.
say during that moment could ever be held.
So that's what we were laughing about, man, guys behind the scenes, because it was just it's just funny because I could really relate to that.
You know, when I think of the cool factor in rock, like it's different for me to look at someone that's not from this country, like that their music doesn't originate necessarily from America, and look at them as cool and suave. And I now do. I see the swagger in the rock world, but you know, where we come from, the cool suave dudes were American. That's it. Like they came from the block. It's a different type of vibe. But I see the coolness in this though, and I can appreciate the swag and the seduction and the seductive nature of what he's trying to pull off with the song. You know, have you got color in your cheeks? You know, you're blushing. You know, it's just funny. It's a different way of being cool, man.
Yeah,
you
it
know?
is. That's a great way to put it. It's
You
just
know?
a different way of being what we would
consider
so-called cool.
Cool, you know. All right, man. Let's get back to it.
Now I thought it through, crawling back to you. So have you got the goods? Been wondering if your heart's still open, and if so, I wanna know what time it should.
It's a cool song.
Simmer down and poker up. I'm sorry to interrupt, it's just I'm constantly on the cusp. I've tried and to kiss you. I don't know if you feel the same as I do, but we could be together if you wanted to. Do I wanna know if this feeling flows both ways? Sad to see you go. Was sorta hoping that you'd stay. Didn't we both know that the nights were mainly made for saying things that you can't say tomorrow day? Crawling back to you. Ever thought of calling when you've had a few? 'Cause I always do. Maybe I'm too busy being lost to fall for somebody new. Now I thought it through. Crawling back to you.
What did he say? He said, ever thought of calling when you've had a few?
Yeah, you
Because
know.
I always do.
Yeah, I always do.
You know, I've had the craziest dream about you. You know, you ever get that time? I had this dream about you last night. Don't drunk text, man.
Yeah, no, I know. I'm telling you.
Definitely don't drunk call.
You know, it's a fun song, man. It's a fun song, and I do like it. There is a little bit of criticism that I have for it, but I'm not gonna go there now. I want to touch one of the things that they said in verse 2, man. Because I started off saying or thinking that this was just about a person that they're, lusting after or in love with. So I kind of think the love thing is pretty much done at this point from what I'm reading. It seems like they're just pretty much just, sexually attracted to this person for the 10th power. At the 10th power, I should say. Right, yeah, they need to get busy. But the second verse here gives me another way of thinking about it because he says, so if you have the guts, been wondering if your heart's still open, and if so, I want to know what time it shuts. I thought that was super cool because it's almost like a inner struggle. Like, man, do I got the guts to go up and talk to this girl? And then if I do have the guts, now after I overcome that part of the fear of speaking to a new girl. All right, now it's like is your heart still open? And if it is, meaning that do you have a man or whatever case? Maybe that's a creative way, to come up with your little pickup line as you're talking to him, right?
Song,
right? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Is your
talk.
heart still open? And if it is, what I'm saying? What time does it close? You know what I'm saying? That's a little slick way to ask. Are you available? Are you interested in me? Instead of coming up and being like, are you interested in me? Are you available? Do you have a boyfriend? Do you have a boyfriend?
Yeah.
Okay, then all right, never mind. It's just it's a slicker way to approach that. And I thought the writing was super cool, man.
And that's what makes writing to me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just the ability to have these innuendos, right? This whole song to me is all about having slick, cool ways of saying things that could easily be said in a much more crass manner. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And I have to omit something. Shout out to Pierce Brosnan. Shout out to Sean Connery. There's been some cool British cats. I think they're from Britain, right? British, right? Yes.
I don't know, but
I'm assuming.
they played a British agent, James Bond.
Yeah, James Bond.
Which
You
is
know what
why
I'm
it made him cool as hell.
So yeah, just so y'all know, there have been some cool, smooth, suave British cats where I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
I give it to him. But for the most part,
Yeah, man.
People who I look at as cool, Denzelish, you know what I'm saying, to name a few.
Yeah.
They've been from America. Clive Owen.
Oh yeah.
Clive Owen can be smooth. All right,
Yeah.
I'm gonna name a few more, man, before this video's over, man. I want the Brits coming at me like, what do you think? We just drinking tea over here and shit?
Somebody new. Now I thought it through. Crawling back to you. If this feeling flows both ways, was sort of hoping that you'd stay. We both know that the nights were mainly made for saying things that you can't say tomorrow day. Do I wanna know
with that.
I do too.
I see why that was a big song.
And you know, George, that's exactly where I was going to start, because you never really know what's going to hit and resonate with people, right? You never know what's going to hit.
Right.
You know, and to me, if I didn't know that this had, you know, billions of views, I'd be like, yeah, it's a cool song. I would bump it. Yeah, it's cool, but I don't think it's out of here. But it's a good song, though. It's a good song, and I would play it. But I don't know if it was just something that that I would think that it's just gonna do all these, you know, billions of views and really resonate with people. With all that being said, man, I enjoyed the song, man. I do think the chorus is a little flat to me, and I think it needs a little something for me. This is just my opinion. I'm not. They're killing it, so they don't need to do shit. But I really feel like there were some times there that the music is so subtle, the music is so subdued and in the background that I feel like you need someone that is super swagged out in my opinion, or someone that is so vocally talented that you're just so like mesmerized by their voice.
Filling the gaps.
Right, exactly. Yeah. You know, so that would be the little criticism that I have for it. But on the positives of this, man, I really think that they really embodied that sexy, seductive, type of feeling that the song gives you, and it really puts you in like Mac mode, for lack of a better word. It really says, you know what, man, let me go ahead and let me throw some clothes on, man, and get in my Ferrari and go. I don't have a Ferrari, but I'm just play with me now. You know, just envision the fantasy. You know, when you put this in you know, your stream. I was gonna say put this in the tape deck.
Shit.
And then, you know, you're playing this song, man, and you really have a sense of accomplishment. With accomplishment comes confidence, right? So that way you can kind of, you feel like you're feeling really good about yourself at this point in your life. And you're like, hey, man, I could talk to anybody. If Kim Kardashian came up to me, I could talk to her or whoever, you know? And, but going back into the song and the lyricism and the title of this song is Do I Want to Know? I love that, because it's like you may feel all the confidence in the world, but do you really want to know the answer to this though? If shit goes sideways, you know.
It doesn't want to flow both ways, right? If they say in the chorus.
Exactly, right? You know what I'm saying? Well, maybe I want to know if this feeling is mutual, basically, right? Mm-hmm. And maybe you don't want to know, you know. So maybe you keep going, you know, because they really left it open to interpretation. If you got they didn't finish the story. Did you get the girl at the end of the day? You know, they really didn't give you clarification on that. So I like the innuendos, and I like that they didn't have to be raunchy to pull off that sex appeal and that fly and suaveness to it. So there's a lot that I like about this song, and it speaks to, you know, my demeanor and just what I like about, like, my best songs in the world, guys, is R&B. I'm always gonna go back to R&B. But starting the channel, there's a lot of things that I love now, you know, including rock, metal, and obviously rap. But I really go back to R&B a lot, because it's just
speaks to a certain side of you, man.
Not only that, I can play it in so many different settings, and it's not necessarily cumbersome or overwhelming to other people listening to it. Because, you know,
safe. Yep.
Yeah, you know, if you're riding down the street and you blasting a metal song, you might offend somebody. You blasting a rap song, you might offend somebody. And there are some R&B songs
even
that
if people hate R&B too. Even if they hate it,
right?
They just don't like it. They're not gonna be like completely thrown off by it either.
Right. So I can hear the elements in here, the jazz and the. I even hear some R&B elements in here, and I hear the rock element, man. So I think they're doing a lot of things great in this song, but it's still subtle enough that people can enjoy it and appreciate it, man. Yeah. So let's play this for me, man, and I like it. I didn't mean to be long-winded with that, bro.
I think you answered a lot of why this song is transcendent in what you were talking about, though. You know, oftentimes, man, songs that are getting these massive views have certain qualities in them that are just universal. You know, like when we talk about a certain melody that catches people's ear, it doesn't have to be oftentimes it's not complicated, or something very basic and sort of almost, I want to call this surface level, but there's the idea is what it seems like. The song seems like it's just speaking on the sort of mystery of the opposite sex and trying to attract the opposite sex, and the anxiety maybe that you feel, but also at the same time, you know, whatever.
Right.
All these things. And I think all of those things are transcendent. It's a basic down, but it's very basic, but it's distinguishable.
Yeah, it is.
You know, these riffs down. All that shit. Anytime, I think the more complicated things get, and the more sort of like
downhill it goes.
it's
Sometimes
the less people, and then the more niche it becomes. Right? We've learned that with everything in all music.
Yeah.
The more complicated, intricate, and dense things get, the less mass appealing it is. You know, I'm gonna say, the funny thing is this is gonna be a playlist song, not because I necessarily really enjoyed this listen. I just feel like because I feel like I would really enjoy this song in a different setting. I think the setting.
Yeah, I get you.
It's daytime out right now, chilling.
you with another dude.
Got my boy here. It's just like, but I'm cool with that. Typically, I'm able to get lost in things. You know what I'm saying? Like Carlos Santana video. You look back at that. You can look back at the Chris Isaac video. I can get lost in things, but today is just not working. So I feel like, what I'm saying, like, let me put this song in the ride and let me see what it does from that point. So it has potential to be something that I can go back to.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So we'll see. If you enjoyed that, please hit the like button. If you have subscribed, please subscribe. And also, guys, check out our Patreon channel if you're interested. It will allow you to get exclusive access to our content. The link for that will be in the description. Also, you'll see information regarding our sponsors in there as well. That's it. I'm George. That's Ryan, Lost in Vegas.
We out.
We out.